Oh hey, it's Buttons. I'm back, and you're getting ready with me. I just got a new phone, so I have a lot more memory to film with. That was like the #1 thing that was keeping me from filming more with my other phone that I had, is I just didn't have enough memory for the storage. We're gonna see how quickly and concisely I can film with y'all today. Also, I have no pants on. You're welcome. I'm repping my Save Trinity t-shirt, tank top, whatever you want to call it. If you don't follow Minimal Millennials or Eamon Bec, you definitely should, because they have been inspiring me. But they're van lifers who are two couples. They have two separate channels. I'll put their links in the description below so you can go follow them if you're interested in van life, which is completely unrelated to this channel for now. I have a feeling it won't be later. Let's go in with our moisturizer. I have the Caudalie Resveratrol Lift Moisturizer, which is my favorite moisturizer currently. And then I'm gonna pop on some eye cream after. It's gonna be some good stuff. It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye is the eye cream I'm using. I have a mirror right behind this phone, and I'm looking at the viewfinder, which is the screen behind the phone. That's kind of taboo. But is it really that taboo? Because if you talk about it, then it's not. So if I just tell you that I'm looking in the viewfinder, then that's that. What primer do I want? I think I'm gonna be using my Lancome. I don't even know how you pronounce it. I don't have a good French dialect. La Base Pro, which is just like your glorified Smashbox primer. It's clear and it's silicone feeling, just like the Smashbox one. I think the Smashbox one's a little more greasy feeling in my opinion. I think this one's a little smoother, a little thinner. Can you see this beautiful hormonal breakout right here? You get my mustache too. Oh, yes. So good. So good. She lands all the gentlemen. Look at that. Smooth, soft, slippery. Everything a woman should be. Y'all want to see how many foundations I have? Holy shit. I have 16 damn foundations. I think I've bought one of them. That's what happens when you work at Sephora. I did a crazy massive overhaul. And by overhaul, I mean like I purged my entire life a couple days ago, but it used to look like what a hot fucking mess. I think I want to mix some foundations today. So I'm gonna be mixing 2 Bobbi Brown foundations, the Skin Foundation and the Longwear Foundation. This is dewy, this is matte, and there are 2 different shades, as you can see. I think that the Skin one is a little too yellow for me. The long-wearing one is a little bit more blue toned, and so I'm not really a fan of either one on its own. So I'm gonna be using both together, and they make a pretty neutral shade. And they make like a medium coverage, so that's good. So I mixed these 2 foundations together. I'm very clean. And I'm just going to bounce this all over. I don't need a lot of coverage today. I just want something that gives me a little more neutralizing. A lot of my imperfections are going to poke through, which is fine. You know what? Nobody's perfect. And if you are perfect, you're probably not a human. And if you're not a human, why are you watching this? I'm just kind of adding coverage where I want it. Also, people have been asking me about what this is. It's my kitchen window. My kitchen is behind me. The kitchen is the place where I also do my makeup, because there's this lovely window and it gives me the most natural lighting. So for concealer, I think I'm gonna grab my Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Concealer in C1. And it says Brenna on it because that's my name. It's not my name. People can't spell my name for shit. I don't blame them. My name is weird and awkward. Even though it's 2 syllables, it's basically caveman language. So a lot of people use powder bronzers, and for a long time I did too, but I found that liquid bronzers or cream bronzers just get the job done a little better. So I have the Perricone MD no bronzer, just to give myself some color back in the face. And then I'm going in with a brush, my multitasker brush, my ever so handy dandy, and I'm going to pat that out. My foundation's not set with powder yet, so working in a bronzer that's a liquid form is gonna be easy. Cool, we're looking nice and balanced. So I'm gonna grab a small powder brush and some loose powder. So I got the Cover FX loose powder. It's this one. It's my favorite one. And I'm just going to set the under eye. So for those of y'all who have been in the game a while, Too Faced Sleep Peach palette is still to this day one of my favorite palettes because it's got so many fun colors in it and you can do so much with it. If you're afraid of colors but you want to like venture out a little bit, this is a good one to go get because it's like the colors are there so you can experiment with like not neutrals, but there's also enough neutrals in there that you can still feel comfortable wearing everyday things in here. So good options. So I'm gonna prime my eyelid with my Smashbox 24-hour primer. This is intense. You see all my freckles? So I'm just popping that all over. So I think I'm gonna go for a really fun look today. So I'm gonna start with my base color, Peaches and Cream. I'm grabbing White Peach and I'm putting that underneath on the brow bone. Now I have my transition shade, which I'm going to be mixing Puree and Summer Yum with my fluffy brush. That's just gonna go in the crease, a little bit above it. And I'm actually taking a small flat brush right on the bottom lash line. Ooh, that's dark. Okay, let's blend her out. There we go. And I'm going in with Charmed, I'm sure, which is this taupey brown color with a pencil brush. And I'm just gonna deepen up the outer corner. A lot of times people will put colors, or smoky colors especially, on the inside of their eyelid and it'll actually close their eye off. And I find that when you blend outward in the actual bone, you end up extending your eye because you can see my eye ends here, but the color pulls out a little further. I do want to add a little shimmer, and I'm actually grabbing their glitter glue, the Too Faced glitter glue. So I put a little bit on my hand, I tapped in with my finger, and I'm just going to tap on right in that eyelid area. And then I'm gonna grab Caramelized, and I'm just gonna press this right on to where that glitter glue is sitting. So this is gonna give me kind of a smoky effect, but a really natural soft smoky effect, just because I don't want to go too dark. And you can see that glitter glue just grabs right on. So that transition color that we placed down first is good because it kind of tells you where your eyelid color is gonna stop. So you don't have to worry about blending too far upward and then you get like smoky eyeshadow in your eyebrow hairs and you're like, well, that escalated quickly. Make sure that you stay inside the crease colors and you will have no problems, I promise you. With shimmer shadows, the molecule in the actual pigment is bigger than normal matte shadows, just because of the glitter particles that are in it. So you want to be careful not to sweep and pull the shadow because it's going to end up dusting itself all over your face. Also, you hear me tap off like this, and that really helps to shake off any excess that's been on your brush. so it won't end up on your cheeks. So I'm gonna take my transition colors and just go back in and sort of soften that brown with my fluffy brush. And I'm just barely tapping in and making sure that that's gonna give us a really nice blend. To make this a little bit smokier, I'm gonna go in with my pencil brush and I'm taking the color Delectable, which is a plum color, or a fig color, because I think Too Faced uses fig cream in their peach products. I'm just gonna deepen up the outer corner a little bit. So this is where you really wanna own in on the placement, because the deeper the color, the smaller the area you're gonna wanna place it, unless you're doing like one big black smoky eye. In which case, put that color all over your damn face, bitch. And as always, we blend. Ta-da. Today I'm going to be using 2 different liners. I want to grab my NYX pencil. It's just your regular black NYX pencil. And I'm lining the waterline. And I am not tugging my eye. I'm pointing my fingers at y'all eye tuggers. It's not good for your eye skin. Kind of coating the lash line as well as the waterline. And I'm gonna go in with my smudgy pencil brush that has a bit of that purple on it. And I'm just gonna make sure that that's nice and blended. We're looking a little Green Day-ish right now, which is fine, but I'm not Billy Joe. So my liquid liner of choice today is my Stila liner. Tried and true. There we go. That's some liner, all right. I'm going to mascara up my eyeballs. I'm gonna curl them first. Curl those lashes because mine grow straight and downward, and it is the most frustrating thing ever. And even when I curl them, unless I'm using waterproof mascara, they don't stay curled. Just like my normal hair would be if it was long. Which it's not, because I have buzzed my head several times, which is so liberating, and I recommend it to everybody. I'm gonna use the mascara on the bottom lashes first because I don't want there to be any transference. A lot of times what'll happen is if you put your mascara on the top first and then you go in and do your bottom lashes after, you end up getting those little dots on your eyelids from the mascara not being dry fully, and then you fuck up your eyeshadow that you worked so hard to blend. So when you look up, there's no qualms. Everything's hunky-dory. All right, mascara's on. She's got a hefty coat. I'm gonna grab my Soft Glam palette and a small smudger brush. So I'm going to press on that black shadow just in the outer corner, and I'm making sure that there's no excess on the brush because it will fall onto your cheeks. This stuff is extremely dusty. It's Anastasia. Like, y'all know how dusty their shadows are. They're blendable and they're beautiful, but they're also really fucking messy. So I'm blending out that black just by kind of dabbing it and pushing the color a little bit in all the directions where I want it to go. You can see how I'm pulling in this way, pulling out that way, kind of pressing it and flicking it. I'm using my wrist mostly, or even my fingers. See how that kind of balances out this eye a little bit more just because there's a bit of black down here, and on top you want to make sure that it's all kind of uniform, if that's the look you're going for. If not, then you do your thing, home slice. Don't let me tell you how to live your life. It's just makeup. It's not that serious. You know, it's actually really funny. As a teacher of makeup techniques at Sephora, like I'm one of the teachers there. If you haven't seen my video about my certification, spoiler alert, I passed. like a year later. As a teacher, I always get people coming into my classes asking me like, what's the proper way to do this? What's the proper way to, you know, like, I just want to know the right way, la la la. And I'm like, okay, first of all, there's no right way to do anything. It's what's right for you. And also, I can only give you different techniques and different tricks for achieving a certain effect. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't really tell you the right or wrong way to do anything because there is no right or wrong way to do makeup. It's makeup. Like, it's literally just goo. You can slap it on your face and then call it art. Like, it's such a cool thing. So I'm using Kat Von D, the Shade Light palette that I used in the last video. It's a great palette to have. I use it like every day. And I'm using this like dark charcoal brown for the tail of my brow with my eyeshadow. I'm literally just filling in sparse areas. I'm really not doing anything crazy. This brow is the bad brow. She doesn't eat her veggies. She doesn't drink her water. She doesn't pay rent. She smokes in the house and brings strange men home. Has sex with them on the couch. Let me know if y'all have friends like that. So now I'm just kind of filling in the front and stroking through the hairs. This is basically a Too Faced video because I'm using a lot of Too Faced products, but this is gonna be the Melted Matte lipstick in the shade Holy Chic. And I'm just going to apply on my lips. Shocker. Okay, so a little soft. We're gonna kind of outline it a little bit. This is the Urban Decay 24/7 lip pencil in the shade Liar. Alright folks, this is the completed look. It's your typical YouTube smoky eye with a nude lip. Thank you so much for watching, and sound off in the comments what you liked, what you didn't like. I really want to fine tune my whole like gig. Like, subscribe, all that good shit. There's a bird! You feel it, you hear it, you love it. Oh my god, I'm so burpy today. Ugh. She's fuzzy. I buffed it all away and then I was like, nope, never mind, we're gonna put on some more. Wow, wow, wow. I mean, duh, something's in my eye. I'm doing makeup. Of course something's in my eye.